Has the identity of Uncle Howdy finally been revealed, and could this lead to the end of WWE? But first, former ROH World Champion Chris Jericho would recently drop his title to Claudio Castagnoli in the main event of Final Battle, although the original idea was for this to happen sooner. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the plan was initially to see Jericho lose the belt at the AEW Full Gear pay-per-view in November instead, where he defended it against Claudio, Bryan Danielson and Sammy Guevara in a four-way match. TNT and TBS Senior Vice President Sam Linsky was originally against the idea of Jericho appearing at Final Battle due to him being a top name in AEW and didn't want him to work on an ROH pay-per-view, although in the end everybody was on the same page. On the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy podcast this week, the AEW star would be asked about the possibility of bringing back his broken persona, something that is teased often in recent months. Hardy would confirm that he won't hold back his condition this time around and said, "It definitely feels like something is about to emerge from within me and I'm going to let it. I'm not going to hold it in this time. I'm not going to fight it, man. I'll indulge my condition." Last night's episode of SmackDown would kick off with a tag team match where Liv Morgan and Tegan Nox took on Damage Control's Io Sky and Dakota Kai. In the closing portion of the match, Nox would be attacked by a mystery hooded figure, which led to Damage Control's victory. WWE would later reveal the identity of the accomplice on social media, with them tweeting, "After a mysterious stagehand cost Liv Morgan and Tegan Nox their WWE Women's Tag Team title match against Damage Control, she reveals herself to be none other than Xia Li backstage before heading into Adam Pearce's office." John Cena is heading back to WWE on the December 30th edition of SmackDown, and now we know that he will be competing in the ring that night. On last night's episode of SmackDown, Cena would interrupt the Bloodline via satellite to reveal that he has accepted an offer from Kevin Owens, who was looking for a partner to take on Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn on the last SmackDown of the year. Cena noted that he has competed in at least one WWE match every year since 2002, although he has yet to wrestle this year, with him set to keep the streak alive later this month. The latest episode of SmackDown would fall on the same day as the late Brody Lee's birthday, which led to WWE superstars paying tribute to the former Luke Harper on the show. Michael Cole would open the show by saying, "It's Friday and you know what that means," something that Lee posted on Twitter every day for quite some time, with it also being how AEW intro their shows every week. Bray Wyatt would also appear on the show, who led Harper in the Wyatt family, with him using his friend's "yeah, yeah, yeah" catchphrase as he entered the arena. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, WWE are considering a Forbidden Door entrant in the upcoming Royal Rumble, reminiscent of this year's appearance from then Impact Knockouts champion Mickie James. The idea would be for Stardom's Kairi, known as Kairi Sane in WWE, to make an appearance in the match, although her recent New Japan title win could change plans, and the Observer notes, "An interesting part of that story is that it had been rumoured Kairi would be in this year's Royal Rumble, but those rumours were prior to the decision changing, with her getting the IWGP Women's title, which could change the dynamic." Bodyslam.net would recently report that Matt Riddle has been suspended after failing 2 drug tests in a matter of months, leading to the former WWE United States champion being written off with a kayfabe injury. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, sources close to Riddle are denying the story, with them claiming that he is taking time off to deal with the pressures of a recent divorce. With that said, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful has backed up the Bodyslam report on Twitter, with him noting, "I'd heard the Bodyslam story was accurate and saw a lot of stuff to back it up." No matter the case, Riddle is expected to be away from television for 6 weeks or so, which could line up with a return at the Royal Rumble. And speaking of WWE returns, the return of Cody Rhodes is drawing closer and closer, with him on the tail end of his recovery from surgery to repair a torn pectoral muscle. According to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE plans on once again feuding Rhodes with Seth Rollins upon his return, somebody Cody has already beaten 3 times on TV since his April comeback. Meltzer also notes in the Observer newsletter that there is a plan being discussed for WrestleMania that will see Cody take on undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns on night 1, before Reigns goes on to battle The Rock on night 2, although this is far from set in stone. And next up, has the identity of Uncle Howdy been revealed? Elsewhere on SmackDown, LA Knight would call Bray Wyatt to the ring, this after being abducted last week at the hands of Uncle Howdy, who he believes is Wyatt under a mask. The abduction follows weeks of different attacks on LA Knight backstage. Wyatt would come to the ring to warn Knight about what could come next, although he insists that he was not responsible for the recent occurrences. This would seemingly be confirmed when both men would then be interrupted by Uncle Howdy himself, who made his way to the entrance ramp, holding his coat and laughing at Knight. Whilst his true identity is yet to be revealed, the leading candidate amongst fans, at least at the time, was Wyatt's real-life brother Bo Dallas, although this may not be the case. After the show, former Ring of Honor star Dutch would take to Twitter to post a photo of himself in a very familiar pose, holding his jacket in the exact same way Uncle Howdy did on SmackDown. For what it's worth, both Dutch and his ROH tag team partner Vincent have been spotted backstage and at tryouts in recent months and are said to be good friends with Bray Wyatt in real life. The body shape and pose is strikingly familiar to that of Howdy, although this could just be a red herring. The tweet shows that it was posted from Balmville, New York during the show, while SmackDown was in Chicago, Illinois, so this perhaps debunks the theory, although the tweet could have been scheduled ahead of time. Either way, fans are eagerly awaiting to find out the identity of Uncle Howdy, something that we could be edging closer to now that he's made his first appearance inside a WWE arena. And before we get to the rest of the video, we're hoping to get to 40,000 subscribers before Christmas, so if you regularly watch the videos and you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to Wrestle Planet and turn notifications on so you stay up to date with the latest news from the pro wrestling world. And next up, could this lead to the end of WWE? Earlier in the week, the Wall Street Journal reported that Vince McMahon intends to return to WWE, this after he stepped down as chairman and CEO, after various NDAs were uncovered with hush money payments being made to various women in relation to sexual misconduct allegations. McMahon is said to feel that he received bad advice from those close to him and now thinks that he shouldn't have retired and that everything would have eventually blown over were he to ride out the public storm. In the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, a quote was provided by a source from within WWE, who is a long-time supporter of the former WWE chairman, and they would provide some details on how McMahon's return could affect the entire company, with there being a very bad domino effect, and they would say, what if he decided to upend the entire board? He has 80% voting stock and is still the largest owner of common stock. The class action shareholder lawsuits would cripple the entire company. The networks would bulk. Fox had to get rid of Roger Ailes. I don't think they will be favorable to his return. NBCU is a prisoner of the deal, and even they spoke about his TV appearances when he was in the headlines and still appearing on TV. The shareholder revolt would endanger the entire organization. This was a terrible shot today as the moving forward business as usual claim that was implemented by Stephanie Levesque and Nick Khan. Now the conspiracy theories will be all about Vince coming back. The source would describe a potential return as a scorched earth scenario and added, if he comes back, it's a scorched earth scenario. Unless he figures a lesser role, and how can he, of all people, take a lesser role? But the leak from his side is that he was given bad advice, so now he's blaming people. He stands to make so much money in a stock sale if he lets TV negotiations go smoothly. Now the networks have to ask what's going on with Vince. Multiple reports have noted recently that the morale in WWE is much better under the new regime, with a Fight report noting that the staff and talent are almost unanimously against a Vince McMahon return. Even his longtime allies appear to be against the move, and it remains to be seen if there will be an official attempt to regain power in the coming months. And before you go, make sure you check out 10 upcoming wrestling free agents that you need to know.